The way people perceive and interpret things is usually unique to themselves. To start off, Albert Einstein once said that the only source of knowledge is experience. With further analyzation, Einstein is ideally saying that we never know the truth of anything and cannot distinguish between what is real or fake. This is why experiences are the only reliable source of knowledge that we can use for ourselves in the future. In William Golding's Lord of the Flies, a group of boys become stranded on an island. They are left with no resources and have to learn to survive on their own. Two boys, Ralph and Jack, are both viewed as leaders but have differing viewpoints and ways of interpreting situations, therefore causing aggressive and wild action to occur on the island. These different viewpoints are the result of different mentalities and ways of perceiving other actions. Prior to the 1900s, women were not allowed to vote. Today, we have women's suffragists to thank for giving women all around the nation the right to participate in helping to make decisions. In the film Iron-Jawed Angels, we are given a glance into the life of Alice Paul and Lucy Barnes. They led many protests, which was initially very dangerous. This helped lead to the ratification of the 19th Amendment, which guaranteed women the right to vote. The Giver is a film of which is based on the book. The story takes place in the future when the government takes full control of all communities. In the film, there is one leader who officially decides what profession each individual will take based on their personalities. The main character is a boy named Jonas. He is forced to understand the world as we know it, with happiness and love but balanced with pain and suffering. Jonas gets the memories from the Giver. Similarly to Einstein's quote, when Jonas is exposed to these experiences, he also gains knowledge and begins to see the world as it truly is. In John Lennon's Imagine, he describes his interpretation of a perfect world. He wishes for there to be equality and no hate. In his song, he provides many solutions. He first implies that religion limits us and goes on to describe his belief that prejudice and oppression shouldn't exist. For my museum visit, I chose to visit San Francisco's Museum of Modern Art. There was a lot of different kinds of art that had infinite ways of being interpreted based on each individual's thought process. Many different art forms are labeled as visual arts. To name a few, there's sculpture and photography. Visual arts are meant to stimulate thoughts and interpretations in your mind. These pieces require the audience to reach beyond what they see and into what they can conceptualize to fully understand each piece. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet has had many different translations and revisions. However, the message has been efficiently preserved through all of these changes. When Romeo believes that Juliet has passed on, he chooses to take his own life. However, Juliet awakens to find Romeo dead and does exactly what Romeo had done. In this situation, incorrect interpretations push them towards an action that could never be undone. During the Great Depression, many people lost their jobs and were unable to find any other positions because there was not enough money in the U.S. to provide the people with an income. During this time, there were many protests. Nearly all members of families would participate to push the government to do something that could improve the harsh conditions that people were forced to live in. Gautama Buddha once advised the people to work out your own salvation, do not depend on others. This quote is valid because what you may perceive as the right or wrong thing to do for yourself may be different from what another person believes is so. Perception and interpretation can easily define you. They both make up your thought process, which pushes you to do what you believe is right. This action, however, can more than possibly be viewed as wrong to another individual.